Greetings all, Ben here from East West. We're going to have a look at silver this week, see what we can see. So let's just jump in and start off with combing over the US dollar. So I won't spend too long on this because I just went over this in a bit more detail in the gold video, but the basics of it are that, you know, the US dollar at the moment, you know, in terms of the dollar index, looks a little bit stuck in this range, but I remain an overall, you know, have a weakening bias for the US dollar. So whilst that is not a guarantee that the metals will rally, I think it's just supportive of it. So I just look at this and think, okay, well, I'm more looking for the opportunity to go long the metals than I am to go short, because I think that this is more likely to do this than it is to do that. Nothing can be ruled out, of course, but that's just how I'm reading this, where we've tried to push back here in the dollar index, but we're a little bit bogged down. That PCE number that's just come out is probably going to keep it somewhat soft. I mean, I don't think it's a smoking gun by any means, but it's not. It's certainly not a smoking gun to get long the US dollar on the anticipation that rates are going higher. But that's just what we got this week, and things can change as they always do. But as we can sit here and now on the hard right edge, I'm just, you know, I think the US dollar looks like it's going to keep weakening. So I would expect that's going to help to support the metals. Not guarantee that they go up, but it does mean I'm looking for longs. So just moving actually to silver now, and we'll just reiterate here this area of broad resistance where we had 1, 2, 3 areas of rejection. But now we've broken through, and the theme last week was we come up and got this high. We're going to come back now and test that from above, which we have done. But this candle here on a weekly is it's not perfect, is it? It's when you just think about this on the week, it's not. I wouldn't say it's a graveyard doji, but you know, the way you read the candles, it paints the picture, right? We've opened, we've pushed, we've failed to get this new high, and we've come right back and closed. So it does look like a rejection sort of candle, doesn't it? Just on the weekly. So everything kind of started off pretty swimmingly here as the week started, where, you know, this is what we were talking about last week, that we'd come down and test this, and then I was hoping that this would come up and take this top out, but that is not eventuated. We are back down here, okay? So right now, I think all you can really say is the market is much like the rest of them. I do wonder, because I'll just quickly flick over. I mean, this is copper, and this was the one that was, I haven't done any copper videos. I don't know if there's any appetite for it. This was the one that was running the strongest, and it's really been powering down. So I do wonder if, I think aluminium's been doing quite well though, so I do wonder if, you know, the big slide off in copper has weighed on gold and silver a little bit, and it's just stopped them going forward. But we'll have to see what happens here. But this is not a copper video, it's a gold, it's a silver video. So let's go back to silver, and what I'm seeing is, you know, this is still support, right? This is still, it's only been tested once, but it looks like we're just going to get another test of this this area. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, because, well, look, this would be the bad thing, right? This would be in terms of trading, this would be the bad thing, where we start doing this and we're in a range, okay? But that's yet to be determined. All we've got now is a secondary, what looks like a secondary test of the support line, okay, of the old area of resistance becoming support. So that is just what we're looking at here. Now, you know, just coming in here to a 4 hour, you know, this is actually might even just switch this to an hourly here, but you know, that's not a great bar to sort of round out the week, as we sort of just tagged along the bottom here. So it is just playing, just when we look at this and just think about this sort of movement down, it is playing retracement ball a little bit. So this looks like the cleanest one down here to the target. Okay, so that would be the first pivot. Now we had this massive spike, so that would have been on the PCE number, okay? That's spiked up quite hard. That's broken the retracement in terms of that, but if you pull it back, probably off the top pivot there, it's just got down to make the next measured move. So I'd be going off this, okay? That's probably and when I say this, I mean this one, that is probably the key pivot, just as in the early start of the next week. The peak there, and then of course we're just looking to see how this responds. So if it's going to keep playing the move game, then, you know, we're going to see that, and you can see how that would start to line up with all this. So that'd be something I'd be looking for. But geez, I tell you what, if it did this week and got down here, just like got below $30, I'd be on red alert to get ready to go long. That's what I'd be looking for the sign. So this would be a massive point of call to just come down here, maybe do a measured move like that. I'd be really on alert and looking for a long. If this got through this like this, okay, I would then flip. So what I'd be doing is I'd flip this on its end. I would be looking for wherever this topped out, and then I'd be looking for the move back to think about going long, especially if it tied into some sort of other structural element that we don't have as yet. But that's just how I'm looking at silver at the moment. Okay, so it is just when we talk about this, we are just in a trend. We are trending down. I'd be looking for the termination of the trend and possibly that move sort of down to just test down here just below $30. But we get down there. I wouldn't necessarily leave a bid there. I wouldn't sort of sit there and catch the falling knife. But I'd just then be on the alert to see, am I getting something like that? If I get something like that, I'm pretty interested, right? I'm really leaning back into a long. So just quickly having a look here at the Silver Miners ETF. And there's not really much to report here because last time we were just sitting here right on the retracement, and we've held that, which is good. That maintains our bullish posture. But we just haven't, let's flick this over to a line chart. We haven't really been able to push on too much. Now, it looks like there's maybe a little, I haven't measured it up, but it looks like there's a little inside measured move going on here potentially. So that's kind of just dribbled into the retracement zone. So I'm talking about this movement here. So we'd be looking for that to get up there. And what we really want is for that to break that high, okay? Because once that breaks that high, then we can sort of think about targeting up here to the larger measure move. But unsurprisingly, of course, we had this quite nasty bar here, which is, this is on the 4 hour. So come back here, this one here, which is around about 11:30. So that's 11:30 at night, my time, of course. But that was probably the figure push and the rejection. So we did come back down. All right. So when we take it off the line chart, we've just got it on the candles. We did kind of get through that retracement area a little bit. So it's betwixt and between. I think the main play here is still this one. But of course, we just got that little one going on there. So we're still looking to get up here like that. Because remember, the overall target still remains up above here. So if we bring this back to a daily, I'm talking about is, getting back into this structure that represents the 50%, it looks exactly the 50% retracement, okay? Not quite there, but the 50% retracement of the move from here, let's just tighten this up a bit so we can all see what I'm going on about, is the 50% retracement of this move, okay? So we're looking for that. So we haven't got that yet, but we can see it's been a very big steep run, and that's still what we're looking for. So as we go back down into the mechanics and the details of what the market's doing, we are still swinging high, but we've just got a little bit of an internal batter going here. We don't want to lose this. Obviously, if we lose that, then that's not great. That would threaten this overall trend channel that we've sort of been in. So let's just keep an eye on this. But, like I said, I'm expecting the metals to find their feet. They may not. I mean, I haven't got a crystal ball, sadly, but I'm expecting them to find their feet and find a bit of gumption into next week. And then hopefully we will start to see some of the signs that we want to see a sustained rally begin. And the mechanics go our way to go long. So that is it for this week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.